How low can you go? Can you go down low all the way to the flow? Apparently we can because it's hold on for dear life. If you've ever been to Six Flags in what town is it in? Gurney Mills? Is that the name of a town? It's up there in north of Chicago. As a kid, we'd go there from, well, rarely, but my friends would go and I'd be able to go with them from time to time. And my favorite ride there is the Raging Bull. If you've ridden the Raging Bull, then this is the first move. Hello, I'm going to die. So that if you ever get there, in fact, just go there and ride the Raging Bull and then tell me you didn't love it. So we're down 65,000 at the moment today. We are down as much as 75,000. It is Tuesday, December 12th, 20 and the 24 on the Mayan calendar, 1:24 p.m. on the Swatch Watch here in the farm fields of Valparaiso, Indiana. A number of positions on the board, but most of them taking gas. So let's take a look. I don't think I didn't do a video yesterday. So pretty sure that we've covered this move. What's today? Is today the 12th? Yeah. So that move would have been Tuesday. On Tuesday, we did sell Boyle and was able to profit $17,407. Hold on one second. Lady friend is calling me. And because of technology, I'm back. Apparently, I need to check the handle on the toilet in the girls' bathroom. So that's coming up. That'll be coming at you next. Maybe I'll just record that and put that on live. It's a new toilet. I just put a super toilet in there, but maybe it's just got a little looseness going on inside on that handle. So you probably saw this 17,407. Yeah, I know, because I did a video specifically with that headline that I was up 396% annualized. Because that's like the old clickbait headline, but it was true, right? If you annualize it with the Fantasyland math. So that was good. But of course, I got out early. I could have probably doubled that profit if I would have stayed in. You know what I like to do? Get in early and get out early. Doesn't always work. Just like this yesterday at the YMCA, I'm like, you know what? I should put a stop in. I put a stop in. It was just a little too tight. It was a little too tight. So I did get stopped out at 26.10. It was a profit of 26.80. This ended up going all the way probably to 26.50 and then turned around again. I tried to get in again today. Let's see. There's the UCO. I was, in fact, I was like on it. If you look at this, it was literally at like, it's showing 25.77 just because it's, I think, 5-minute increments. Yeah, 5-minute increments. So 25.77 is the low, but it was at like 25.74. And this is where a lot of times I'll be penny wise and pound foolish. So I put my limit order in, and again, it was at like 25.74. I put my limit order in, I think, at 25.73. Yeah, there it is. 25.73. And I'm like, I just set that. It'll fill in just a few minutes. And it just went straight up from there. So I was on the right trade. I'm not going to get filled on that today. Oh, well. You just keep on waiting for the fat pitch and swinging. Speaking of fat pitches, I'm definitely early on TMF, which is a proxy of TLT, U.S. Treasury bonds. TMF is the leveraged accelerated version of that, so it can rip your face off if you're not careful. I did sell a put while I was in literally the parking lot of Hobby Lobby, waiting for Lady Spends a Lot to add some more accoutrements to our Christmas decorating. So I did a couple of TMF moves while I was there. I sold 2650 put, 10 contracts for next Friday. That's not the right math. Where'd you get 2650 at? It must have been 4650. Hold on, go back here. Go back here and tell me how much we're underwater. Yeah, there it is. 4650, down almost $1,000. So that's bloop, bloop, bloop. Change that 4650. 10 contracts. We collected a measly $460 for 2 each, so, but I thought I was catching the bottom there. Wasn't true. Turn earmuff it so you don't hear this if you're a big fan of Bitcoin. But I did short Bitcoin yesterday, a little early, of course. I was a little early, 2,000 shares of Biddy at 22.46. Then I did get 1,000 shares of TMF at 47.96. So that's $47,960, and TMF is currently at 45.88. Bloop bloop bloop. Rip in my face off, giving me the old D pants, and the followed up by the 1-2 wedgie. And then I'm like, hey, let's just keep buying Biddy. Okay, fine. So 3 cents lower here, another 1,000 shares. And then today, I was like, hey, let's just keep chasing that falling knife. Bought another 1,000 shares of TMF at 46.56, another 1,000 shares at 46.29, and it is currently at 45.88. I did get a better position, about a couple thousand shares in Stacy's account at 46.21. So I'm still gas faced it there, but she has a way better cost basis than my 46.93. And then I took a lotto on TMF again, too early. That's a new, I like to name things. So the lottery is that I bought some calls, 45 strike on TMF, 10 contracts for 27, so it's 2 weeks out. Paid 18.80 for it. So how much gas am I taking on that? $190, so not horrible there. And I still feel very strongly about the trade. It's just I'm early as usual. I am early, so how much pain can I take? We'll see. As silver got hammered, looks like it's getting hammered again as we speak. What is SLV at? 28.20. Yeah, we'll take a look at that chart in a minute, but silver got the old cartel hammer again today, and I think they'll be aggressively hammering it through the OPEX, the options expiration of next Friday. So I did buy another round of calls, 28 strike, 100 contracts, so that represents 10,000 shares. This is a leap, so it's over a year out, January 16th, 2026, paid $43,500. And then got another 1,000 shares of Biddy at 22.19. So we'll check on that in a moment. There's that lotto. That's what's going on, and that's part of the reason I'm downtown, the Chinatown. 67,000 underwater as of this moment today. So that's down 204%. Hello. This, as I think when we were talking about this on Tuesday, it was up like 3,300. Now it's down 1,200. I did have probably the 26 strike calls. This was up like over $20,000. Now it's only up 5,500. So these are underwater. Those will all be fine. They'll be more than fine. Oh, look, Biddy. What's going on with Bitcoin? Oh boy. Maybe now's the time. Maybe now is the time for it to make its move downtown to Chinatown. And that's why I'm up $663. And I was down a bunch at one point. There's the UCO that did not fill, and there's the TMF that's down almost $3,500. And then this AGQ that was up, I think, around 18,000 at its peak recently, and now it's up 7,100. So we'll just keep watching those. But let's just look at what I've been looking at. Most of these charts are silver. So this is obviously obliterated right here. This is obliterated. And now, so what I'm doing is just going to be a simple um, restructuring just to, before I even measure anything, let's take off some of this graffiti. And yeah, let's move this. We're going to deal with that later because now we're going to make this the 3. Hello. This is bullish thinking because that is my thesis. That's my theory, big time, as you can see on silver by the put your money where your mouth is routine. So this will become my new 4 at the moment. I'll go back and look through this thoroughly, which then let's put this up to 34 just for fun right there. Right there. But where does this stop? I'm hoping this could be the bottom, but it certainly could continue down some more. If it goes much further than that, then it invalidates as a 4 as well, and we'll have to regroup. Totally. Yeah, Bitcoin taking a ride downtown. More silver. Yep. invalidation. Woo-hoo. Regroup there. SLV, we got this gap was filled, gapiosis, but it still left a gap open. So that if silver bottoms, then we're going to go right up through that gap as early as the end of tomorrow. Maybe we'll get a little short action tomorrow, a little short squeeze action, I should say. TLT, this is what I'm watching, and um, I'm nervous about we're finding our way down to the bottom of that pivot. I've set it at like 90, 97. Just I thought I was being safe, but it's aggressively making its move, hoping to bottom. First move confirmation will be to fill this gap. So get it up. Let's get it back up there to 92, above 92.15 by the close tomorrow, if not sooner. And now, because this went further faster than I thought, I changed my target from 95 to 95.50, now to 96 for the next move. And we'll be looking for 5 waves up for wave 1 of wave 5. So we'll be counting the minuscule waves in order to try to prove that 5 up. So let's look at Bitcoin. And so this is we talked about this, which was you better pivot or you're going Chinatown and down here into the 80s. It like challenge, and then it did pivot and it made them. And we said, if you look at Tuesday's video, hold this pivot, which was 94.3, and look what it held. 94.3. Then we were going to 100. Excuse me, to 100, but we went above 100, didn't we? We went above 100, so I'm like, we need a breather. And I was early, like in here. Well, no, lower than that. I was like probably in here. Nope, lower than that. I remember it was like 107 maybe. So in here, or was it no? What day is this? Oh, Thursday. Hold on. So that would have been back. When did I put that? Talking out loud again to yourself, right? Where's that first biddy? It was yesterday, right? Yeah. So that was yesterday. So let's go back to the Bitcoin. Maybe through this action, I'm thinking, okay, that was it. That was it for the A. And then we're going to get a B and then a C. And the A it gave me the head fake. I started shorting, went back up higher high, holding on for dear life. And then this flash mob took my breath away a little bit today. I wasn't overly concerned because it was like Biddy doesn't move aggressively like the leveraged ETFs that you could be in. But then this move is making me feel like I think we're now on to the ABC. And I put this ABC up in here today when Bitcoin was up here. Actually, it was right after it did the flash mob up to the 1026. So now our target here is probably, I'm thinking we get a 98 handle. And then the next move, I've got it up to as high as 106 plus. 106 plus. So I'll as soon as this video is over, I'll put the stops in on the biddy just so I can I'm going to try to guarantee profit because you know how rapidly and quickly Bitcoin moves. Another little interesting item is had a call with the accountant yesterday, and she's like, I heard about your trading wins, and you're going to need some tax shelter. So she had an opportunity for me and Stacy to go in on a couple of oil and gas drilling projects. One of them is the Marcellus shale development. And so I did my research and it looked like a pretty good company. And this would be an announcement from July 2020 where they had 150 million in new units. So I assume it's another round of private funding that Marcellus is looking for. And where are my notes? And so there's 2 projects she showed us, Marcellus Drilling and then also U.S. Energy Development Corporation. I looked at both. One of them had a $100,000 minimum and the other was a $50,000 minimum. And what they come with is really nice tax write-offs in the first year. So if I got in between now and I think she said it was like right before Christmas or right after Christmas, then I would lock in that automatic write-off for the 2024 tax season. And it was like on the 100 grand. So the MDS, which is the Marcellus Drilling Shale Corporation or Development Corporation, if I put 100 grand in, I could write up to 70,000 off. Hello, in year one. And on the EDC with a minimum of 50,000, that's a U.S. Development Corporation, I can write off like 30,000 of that. So it'd be like 100,000 write off. Let's just do quick math and say that's 35,000 off in taxes. But the concern that I personally have is my feelings for the headwinds that are going on with regard to oil. And that is we've got a pro oil president coming in, which is it's good for oil production, but it's bad for oil prices because we'll be producing oil like no other and we'll be more and more of a net oil exporter, which is what we want as a country, but that doesn't bode well for oil prices. So as an oil investor, I would have concerns there. And my God, Bitcoin red is going off the chart. Good for me. Good, good. Little green blip. We'll keep watching that. So between that, OPEC saying that they're looking to increase production as soon as April, and also then given I think it was just yesterday they came out with their demand report for 2025, and it was lower than 2024, which kind of makes sense because we got more and more EVs coming on board, more and more shaming going on for the ICE vehicles, internal combustion engines. So just like they said on Shark Tank, and what I then responded with in an email today, for those reasons, I'm out. On the other part I said is I think Biden is handing over a smoke and mirrors economy to Trump. And is he able to squash his ego enough to actually do something about it? Because if so, then we're going to have to go through a recession triggered by the reduction in government spending, the reduction in the government payrolls. Because, if you look at the details of the employment and payroll reports, you see the government went through unprecedented hiring during the Biden administration, which sounds good on the surface, but not when you're running an enormous deficit. I mean, how do you pay for that? We don't. We just keep borrowing money. So if we're going to do anything about the deficit, which I'm not confident we are, I mean, I'm excited about Elon Musk being involved and possibly looking into the overspending that we do, which all you have to do is just look everywhere around in through the government's spending habits. It's every angle is disturbing. So I'm not confident that that's going to happen, but either way, I'm confident that a slowdown is already upon us, even though you would not see that in the headlines. But if we're going to do anything about this deficit and correcting some of the mistakes that we've been making for decades and decades, and it's not a political thing. Everybody since Reagan has been overspending to the tune of Chinatown. That is plunging us down the toilet as far as our debt is concerned. So because of those reasons, I am not going to be investing in the oil and gas drilling opportunity. Although I said, please, please, please consider us. Now we're down over 70,000. Consider us but we're up over 1,000 on the Bitcoin. All right. Please consider us for all tax advantaged opportunities. So we got that going for us. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment, share this video and this channel with a lovable friend, and I'll see you in the next video.